Hey everyone, Nubkeks here, and welcome back to our road to Grandmaster. Currently still in Diamond 1, grinding our way out, and we are team captain once again, and we are on the first team. Looks like our friend over here wants to play tomorrow, so that's fine. We're gonna ban away the Sylvanas and leave that open for him. Of course, the enemy team almost definitely going to be banning that out. I played this a few days ago, so I don't quite remember, and I'm looking to play Tyrande in this particular game. And we are going to talk about Battlefield of Eternity, and yeah, basically this is I think this is actually my best map, and we're going to talk about that and how to win. In solo queue, it's actually really simple how to win Battlefield of Eternity. What you want to do is just make the team that is better at killing the immortal. It's very simple, alright? That's all you have to do. Make the team. What happens when you have 5 members of the enemy team attacking your immortal, and 5 members of your team attacking their immortal? You want your team to win, and yeah, then in the game you want to make sure that you get to the immortals first, and there you go. You'll win most of your games on Battlefield of Eternity just following those simple steps. We actually first picked Alarak. This breaks the rules a little bit. He's obviously a fantastic hero, incredible solo lane hero, incredible team fighting hero. Not that good against the immortal though. His PvE damage is bad, so this is indicating that this could be a bit of a different game, maybe looking into a bit of a team fighting type build a bit more. Then the team picks up Malfurion, I think the best support on this map, yeah, they pick up Li Ming as well, who's one of the best range damage dealers in this map. She can put out a lot of damage on the immortal with particular builds, talent builds, yeah, just good long range poke, very easy to get it in. I get it down. We have our choice of tanks, either Muradin or ETC. We actually go for the Muradin, so we're definitely going for a pick comp here. I think the ETC is better at racing, but Muradin will be better at the actual, well, a little bit better at some of the team fighting around this place, being able to be a bit more aggressive. So pretty interesting stuff. Gonna be banning out the ETC then, myself, more than likely. We'll see how things go. We pick up Vala. I think Vala is excellent. Actually, on this map, I did a video on this map already for Vala. I've done a lot of Vala videos recently. But yeah, I think it's actually quite important that you pick up her Q talents at level 1, which makes her Q do like 150% bonus damage to the immortal, and that helps you race massively. Then her basic attacks are churning out a lot of damage regardless of her talent build, so she does plenty of damage to the immortal. It's pretty fantastic. They actually ban out Brightwing, which is fine by me because I'm picking up Tyrande. I think I was saying I'm going to be the second support here, or the secondary support. Like, I'm going damage Tyrande in this game. I'm not going support Tyrande. No sir, damage Tyrande is just vastly superior in my opinion. I'll show you the exact talent build when we get into this. We will pick up a couple of supporting talents, or a couple of talents that incidentally, or in terms of their design, also help support, but we're not going directly into supporting stuff. I don't think it's as good on her at all. You're better off just picking a support in that case. They actually grab Lunara as well as Johanna, so 2 excellent picks from them, really rounding out their competition here. Lunara is an absolutely fantastic range damage dealer on this map. So you see our teammate picks up Tychus, and at this point I'm a little bit worried, right? I'm a little bit worried because I want to play Tyrande. I don't want to play another support. I'm just not in the mood for it. Rhaegar would have been a decent choice, but Rhaegar's been underperforming recently. Karazim would have been a decent choice. He's also been underperforming. Oriel could have worked, but it might be a little bit risky. Be very dependent on how good the Vala and the Tychus actually are in order to fulfill those stacks. So yeah, interesting options. But I decided to go for the Tyrande. I like playing her, and this will ensure, now that we've picked up Tychus and Tyrande as a solo support, we're basically ensuring that we will win the immortal race. There shouldn't be much way that we lose it. Tyrande brings the Hunter's Mark as her trait, makes the immortal vulnerable, massively increases our damage. You can see people were talking about the election there in the chat. Kind of funny. Already happened, my friends, already happened. The enemy team, they round out their comp with Thrall. Thrall's always solid enough. And yeah, I mean, they've got a very solid, very well-rounded sort of composition. Lunara doing sustained damage, and also probably getting bonus damage at level 7 to immortals and structures and everything, making her push and counter push very powerful. Malfurion, pretty much the best support. Li Ming, arguably the best range damage. Johanna, obviously with ETC and Muradin gone, she's the best sort of solo tank. And then Thrall, who's a good solid bruiser. They've got a nice composition. Ours is a bit more wonky. We're super focused on picks now. With the Muradin, the Alarak, and the Tyrande, we're very pick focused. So it should make for an interesting game, I hope. There's definitely options in this game for us to race the Immortal. We also, though, have options to try to get picks on the enemy team. Just try to catch them out of position and kill them. So we'll see exactly how it goes. But yeah, I wanted to play Tyrande. So I think I did say in the chat, I didn't quite catch it there while I was talking to you guys. I think I was like, yo, I'm going to play, I'm second support like Tyrande. I'm basically considering me as a damage dealer. So someone else should pick support. Now, they didn't do that. So, I mean, we got Tychus on a pleb mount with a pleb skin. So, yeah, that's reassuring. But we'll see what happens. I'm going to throw out the L this way. Scout out the enemy team. Hey, there's Lunara. And there's a Li Ming. Alright, so I know the enemy team is mostly down bottom. Alarak is in the solo lane. He's very scary in a solo lane. Alarak versus Thrall goes pretty even. It goes pretty even. They both heal each other with themselves with lightning. So, it's, yeah. And neither of them have a good wave push. It's funny. It's quite an interesting one. Gonna put vulnerability there on the Johanna as she comes in. She takes quite a chunk of damage as well because of that. Walking through, the Tychus getting a lot done. The Tychus then walks into the roots. We catch the Lunara. Not quite able to kill her though. We get caught in the roots ourselves trying to do that. Trying to dodge around the Li Ming. Tychus going in just to eat a couple of turret shots for fun. And the Li Ming orbs for fun. At this point I was going, okay, yeah, I see why. I see why this Tychus didn't pick another support. I was like, oh boy. Oh boy. Vala and Tychus eating absolutely everything so far. I was a little bit concerned. But I kind of have some faith in the Vala. That was actually my fault she got hit that time. I wanted to get inside and not get caught out with a root. Seeing as we're down a couple of heroes. So, I mean, Vala could have sidestepped a little bit, but didn't matter too much. It was mostly my fault, let's say. Grenade from Tychus finishes off the thing. A little bit overkill, but not the end of the world. And there you go. We might take a peek at top lane at some stage as well, see how those guys are doing. Imagine they're going pretty even. Roots with the Malfurion. Muradin looking for a flank around the side. Gonna throw down the E, but it doesn't actually catch the Lunara. She does back off. And we're kind of backing towards this as well. So here we go. Bit of an unfortunate spawn for us. They're going to be able to get on our Immortal much, much quicker. But we will make do. Got my Hunter's Mark up in 2 seconds. There it is. Hunter's Mark. Going to hit it with the E as well. And you can see Vala plus Tychus and myself focusing this with Hunter's Mark. And it starts to go down. Alarak arrives as well. Hey, Alarak. Thrall chasing him down. Vala chasing off Thrall. Going to heal up Alarak a little bit. And there you go, we are onto the enemy Immortal once again. We've got our Hunter's Mark coming up shortly. Get out of that stun, quite important. Actually hit the Johanna with that. There we go, Muradin does go down, and this is looking actually pretty bad. With Muradin going down, our teammates have just been focusing the Immortal, and Tychus dies. So yeah, at this point I was like, oh dear. Tychus, someone was like calling people a monkey in one of our last games. I was like, Tychus is a monkey. But I mean that in a pretty nice way. I didn't care too much. I was just like, alright, cool. Not tilted this time. I'm just like, alright, let's just deal with it. Throw down a stun on myself. I'm going to die here. So I'm just sort of running around. Val has no clue what you guys are doing. I've got a clue what they're doing. I'm just not playing that well. The Muradin went a bit too deep while everyone else is focused on the Immortal. He got picked off. But nice work. Monkey picks off the Immortal, so that's good. And there you go, we get the first Immortal, and that's pretty nice. Obviously, it will get much more difficult as we go on, because the Li Ming and the Lunara damage will scale against the Immortal better than our damage will. This is pretty good, though. Catch the Thrall in the thing, hit him with our full combo, he goes down. Get a little bit of vision with that. Keeping the Alarak healed up, just keep him going in and fighting. There you go, Li Ming actually coming in for this, and putting ourselves in a bit of harm's way. I think we could have kept chasing there. Decided not to. Ooh, nice teleport by the Ming over the wall. She does escape what would have been pretty much certain death. So well played by her. Alarak, nice play. I like our Alarak actually. Look at that. He is returning to the solo lane, ensuring we maximize our XP gains as we push in here. There we go. I'm just throwing the owl in. Mortal's about to die. No big deal. Muradin in a little bit of trouble, but he does dwarf toss out. I have a heal if he needs it. We catch a stun though on the Lunara. Teammates continuing to go aggressive. Seeing a bit of poke with the vulnerability. I'm intending to Hearthstone out of here pretty soon. Got no mana. But yeah, 1 level lead for us. Can't complain too much. And there you go. Gonna use this opportunity to Hearthstone. Heal up at a Muradin actually before we do that. We got the little bit of mana we had remaining. Just try to heal and then Hearthstone out. And things are gonna be just dandy. Alarak and Thrall, you can see them both going very low in that lane. The Owl almost actually catch the Thrall. But Muradin is here, and now Thrall's in some trouble. Ooh, or is he? Ooh, very close. Oh, shit! That missed Stormbolt almost cost Alarak his life, but he does get out just okay. Barely surviving that. Just eat that orb to the face at that point. It would have been too bad of a position to do anything else. And anyway, we heal ourselves, by the way. In case you don't know, Tyrande's Q heals herself whenever she heals an ally, so... You always want to be healing an ally, and yeah, it can be pretty useful. Throw my W in, just get a little bit of vision down that lane. I'm saying I want to capture this bruiser camp. However, stuff is going down here. Alarak, excuse me, in a very bad position. Right there, getting caught out by the roots, so we have to stay and kind of help him out. At that point, the Immortal is spawning by the time this fight sort of de-escalates. We have the freedom to leave. You see, I'm actually, because that was so awkward. Look at this! Oh. Is he gonna die to it? Oh, he's still getting hit as he Hearthstones. Tell me he's not. Oh, Muradin saved his life. No, Muradin, why? But yeah, we had to Hearthstone out. It's one of the things about Tyrande. You do want to time your Hearthstone as much as possible to, excuse me, to get back before the objective. So you can see that bruiser camp ping by them. It basically took Tychus and Muradin out of that fight. And with me being late there, we are quite substantially behind on this Immortal. This is actually looking pretty bad right now. You get a pretty decent stun in, and the Lunara goes down very low. Catch this Thrall in the stun as he walks back in. Get the vision down on him as well. Vala vaulting in. Woo! No one's got any mana. God dang it. But there you go. Things are looking pretty good for us now. The two main sort of damage threats in the enemy team. Oh, take that back. There's still one main damage threat alive. That is the Li Ming. She's still there. And there you go. Pretty nice. So long as we dodge the Li Ming stuff, we're going to be just fine. Or that's going to be quite important. Oof, I say as I eat 2 magic missiles. Nice catch on the Li Ming. No one's interested in killing her though. They're all focusing on the Immortal, and that's actually fine. In this sort of situation. Vala going low. Oh boy. Oh boy. Heal keeps Muradin alive right at the very end. Alarak though is not going to be so lucky. Oh, he attempts to sidestep. Not a bad attempt. He was slowed down by Lunara though. And honestly, it was one of those sidestep attempts that it was just a, you know, catch... What's the word? Catch 2020? No, that's vision, isn't it? Eyesight. I don't know. Basically, either way, he was gonna die. But anyway, we did actually secure that Immortal. It was looking very bad for us for a long time, but we do pick it up. Nice work there. I did pick up Shadowstalk actually in this game, so I had to tweak up the build a little bit. I normally much prefer Starfall. I think Starfall is vastly superior. However, going up against Lunara, I think that Shadowstalk is just the better option. Getting a substantial amount of AoE healing against one of the best sort of AoE damage dealers in the game is just going to be super useful. It also helps disrupt Thrall, because Thrall can't hit people if they're invisible. And yeah, that's basically the idea here. So, going for something I don't really want, because it's better for the team. I have to keep a close eye on my mana right here. Very close eye on my mana. Pop that heroic there as we're sort of going in, as the Immortal's about to go down. Everyone has lost a lot of life. Oh, Vala. Oh, God. She does make it out. Barely. The keep goes down, so pretty nice. This guy well played. But yeah, definitely it's an interesting game. Right, you can definitely see that, like, compared to some of the other games we've had recently, for example, the Vala we had in our Samuro game was played a good bit better than the Vala is playing in this game. Vala in this game going a bit too aggressive. Hey, almost killed Lunara. Tychus is definitely a monkey. Alarak's doing a good job, and Muradin's playing grand. But that also means that the enemy team is going to be not playing that great, because of course the team comps ought to be balanced in terms of player skill this far into ranked. There you go. Oh, unfortunately, I was looking to kill that Merc camp. There actually was someone there stealing it. Sneaky, sneaky. And I don't actually, glancing at the enemy team comp, I'm not sure who that was. It was, I'm confused. I didn't see. I think it was Thrall. I don't know. I'm gonna fire the owl down just to get these. No, it wasn't Thrall. Thrall was there. No, they're all. I'm confused. I don't know. I didn't quite catch who that was. They're all down there. Interesting. Very interesting. They must have Hearthstone out. You guys will have worked it out if you were paying more attention to the main map than I was. But yeah, that actually caught me a bit by surprise. I was like, nice Merc Camp steal by them. That was pretty slick. Anyway, the Merc Camps aren't actually back up, like the substantial ones aren't actually here for this particular phase. This is actually quite nice. This Thrall is way out of position. We're going to hit him with that. Going to pop our heroic there just to ensure that we can kind of escape what we can. Get a bit of healing down. It's a short cooldown. Heal up the Tychus as he goes in, takes a hit. Unfortunately, the Johanna goes the other way. Going to fire that owl out for a bit of vision. I actually could have used it to pick off the Johanna. So that was one of those things where, you know, multiple things happening on the map. Decided to help out the team fight to the bottom right. Could have used it, though, to pick off Johanna. However, Johanna's going to have to Hearthstone out. She's not too important anyway. All she does is distract. Murden's in a little bit of a tough spot. Actually re-engaging it. I don't think he should. I'm calling for a retreat right here. So I've just been trying to desperately sort of keep him alive. Hopefully he can be fine. We do stun the Thrall. And that does help the Murden escape. So, good. Murden is out alive. We've got no mana, but we do have our Hunter's Mark. We go throw it down. We do eat the Leeming Orb because of the Condemn from Johanna. But what can you do? Pick up Overflowing Light here. Ping them going to the Healing Fountain. Overflowing Light makes my Q heal a lot more. Look at that. Vala, tons of healing on her from that Q. Spot healing. You can see Thrall gets completely frustrated by the Shadow Stalk right there. And things start to really go our way. Very nice. We have the vulnerability. We have everything. Go throw the owl once again for some vision. There's a little bit of damage as well, of course, which is nice. Not the be-all and end-all, but it is nice. There you go, Murden going low in health. And pretty good. We've got Catapults pushing in the bottom lane. People are going aggressive. They really shouldn't. There's nothing to win right in the bottom lane at the moment, right? So there's only 3 of them down there. They're missing their support and their warrior. So the only thing they have to do down there is to die, which is what's happening. But we didn't have like the position to push in for a win. We want to be pushing in with this Immortal. It's still only 12 minutes into the game. Alarak is going to be okay. We do slow down the Thrall. Once again, pop out the Shadow Stalk, just pop out that AoE healings, bit of stealth to sort of help disengage us from the fight. Nice work, guys. Taking her out, that's actually huge. Johanna looks like she's going down as well, and we're about to win a 4v5. Got no mana, unfortunately. This is a very dead Malfurion, though. Do pop the vulnerability on him, bit of overkill, but just, you know, ensure the kill in case anything untoward might happen from Leeming or Thrall over the wall. Just being perfectly safe. Worth it to get a kill. It's only a 20-second cooldown. Not a huge deal. Murden has to Avatar and Dwarf Toss over the wall to survive that. Nice work by the Alarak and the Vala, though, picking off the Thrall to the side. And there you go. This keep is definitely going down. Get the vulnerability on Johanna. We're able to get a bit of return damage on her. Effective Orb from the Leeming. Vala almost picking up the kill right there. Not quite able to finish it off. Didn't realize actually that Johanna would take quite that much damage. You can see Tychus is actually down the bottom left. That's what's helping us a lot, actually. Is that he must have been... I'm not sure what he was doing. He's being over-aggressive anyway. But he had Malfurion and Lunara chasing him while the Immortal's on the core. I suspect the enemy team probably just gave up, honestly. They probably just gave up at this point. When chasing Tychus for the sake of a kill. Or else they were just bad. I don't know. And 13 minutes in, that is victory for us. So well played, everyone. GG. Definitely not the smoothest game by any means, but I thought it was interesting to show you guys how important it is to win and be able to race the Immortal on Battlefield of Eternity. I think it's very important. Also, like, there were some good moves in this, and then some not great moves. This was very much a diamond game, in my opinion. Very much a diamond game. Like, they're pretty damn good, but they're not amazing. Basically sort of sums it up. And yeah, there you go. Even though we went for a very non-meta pick, which is the Tyrande solo support, And you can see the talent build I went for there. In fact, let me just go over the talent build verbally for you guys as well, so you know exactly what I picked. But yeah, definitely not a standard pick. People would normally consider this quite bad. However, I'm very confident in my Tyrande play. I also think that she's amazing on this map, and I'm very confident on this map as well. So I went and said, you know what, a bit of a risk picking a Tyrande solo support, but I'm actually pretty confident this could work. I want to play this. And yeah, kind of doubling down on our immortal taking capability, and it worked out pretty well in the end. So I picked up on power at level 1. When your owl hits someone, your cooldown's reduced by 2 seconds. So that is... It's effectively like a utility type thing, right? So you hit people with your W, it reduces the rest of your cooldowns, which is your heals, your stun, your vulnerability, and your heroic. So yeah, it's just awesome utility, really nice. Makes you more mana hungry. So again, like I said, it's very important to always be cognizant of your mana while you're playing Tyrande. Always be cognizant of when the objectives are about to activate and when you're going to need to Hearthstone to be in time for the objective. Because yeah, if you go to the objective with no mana, you're going to be very ineffective. But if you're able to time your Hearthstone before the objectives come up, you arrive at full mana, you're going to get a lot of work done. Level 4, I picked up Pierce, so our Sentinel, or Owl, is going to basically go through every hero it hits. Whoops, my alarm is going off in the background. That's not good. I'm back. Okay, cool. Alarm. Don't want that beeping in the background of this. I gotta go in a few minutes. Oh yeah, by the way, this is why we're bringing this video out today, right? Is there will hopefully as well be Illidan and Illidan and Kharazim footage from the PTR up on the channel today as well. But yeah, I just haven't had the time to actually sit down and record. I tried last night and it didn't work. We got awful games. So those will hopefully be up later today, but this will be a video at sort of the regular time to keep you guys going. Yeah, Pierce is nice. It obviously combos wonderfully with Empower. So your Sentinel going through multiple targets, giving you multiple stacks of cooldown reduction. Pretty nice, pretty damn useful. Level 7 then, Lunar Momentum, so our basic attacks reduce basic ability cooldowns by 0.6 seconds. So once again, letting us do more healing, letting us do more stuns, letting us get out more owls, which are going to pierce multiple targets and get multiple cooldown reduction. Again, like I said, so it's sort of like a damagey type build. In a way, but it's very much focused on utility, reducing the cooldowns, which means more heals, more stuns, more everything, more vision. It's really useful. Then I picked up Shadowstalk here at level 10. Like I said before, I think Starfall is way better. Starfall does a ton of damage, ton of zone control. It's 8 seconds, does a lot of damage. The base is I think is this level 1 scaling? I think it's level 1 scaling. I never know these talent calculators. They're always difficult to read. But it does like 200, that's 95 plus 4% per level damage per second. That slows enemies by 20% in an area. And for 8 seconds. So I mean, I think that's level 10. I think that's at level 10. But at level 10, that's 200 damage per second over 8 seconds. So that's 1,600 damage to everyone who stands inside that. Against 5 heroes at level 10, that's potentially like, you know, almost 10,000 damage, right? Almost. Which is kind of nuts, like 8,000, something like that. It's pretty nuts. That's a ton of damage, basically. And it's zone control. It's just super, super strong, Starfall is. And this is what I would actually super recommend running Tyrande a lot on Battlefield of Eternity instead of one of your ranged damage dealers. Slot out a ranged damage. Like, instead of picking a Tychus, right? Let's say, imagine in this game I was playing just a regular support, yeah? Instead of playing a Tychus, I would not pick Tychus in that situation. I'll probably pick Tyrande myself and just say, well, I'm actually going to just be more useful, do more damage on this map as second support. You know, when you're pushing in with an immortal, you throw down the Starfall and it just completely zones them off being able to defend that and just secures keeps. It's just awesome. The big team fights that can happen in this map in the middle, Starfall comes down and wins those. It's so good. But yeah, Shadowstalk is really nice as well for like AoE healing, AoE stealth. Like I said in this game, protects against all the AoE damage the enemy team could do, and also protects against the Thrall coming in as well. So I did decide that I would go for that in this case to help that out. Level 13, I love Overflowing Light. When we're above 50% health, our Q, our Light of a Loon, will heal 30% more. This turns it into a really solid heal. As you saw, it heals for an awful lot. Big chunk of healing, spot healing. And again, we've got massive cooldown reduction basically through every single one of our talents at levels 1, 4, and 7. So all that cooldown reduction is letting us put out more of these Qs. And you actually become pretty decent pretty decent at healing once you've got this. Like, it's not bad by any means. So you got sort of the AoE healing covered with Shadow Stock, and then you've got, you know, quite powerful spot healing with your Q once you got level 13. Now, it's late in the game by the time you get that, of course. You know, you're solidly into the mid game at that point. But still, it's a nice one to pick up. Level 16, I probably... In this game, I don't know what I would have gone for. True Shot Aura is always a good option. Gives everyone near you 15% basic attack damage. Sorry, allies near you 15% basic attack damage. Would have worked very well with the team that we had. My personal favorite, of course, would be Ranger, which makes your Sentinel, your Owl, 100% wider, much easier to hit, and therefore get value out of your other talents once again. And it also increases the damage up to 200% bonus damage, which is fantastic. And then level 20, pretty much all the options are good, honestly. Might even picked up the Hunter Swiftness, which is the upgrade for Shadowstock in this game, which gives everyone movement speed. So 30% move speed for 8 seconds is pretty huge in terms of chasing down Lunara, in terms of chasing down Li Ming, and in terms of kiting the Thrall. Would have been very useful. Storm Shield, always a solid option. Rewind can work. I'm not a huge fan of Rewind though with this build. It's already very mana hungry. You're already getting a lot of cooldown reduction. So I tend to steer away from Rewind with the Tyrande. Obviously it can work pretty well. I tend to steer away though. I prefer getting one of the other ones, which is going to give kind of sort of like bursty protection. You can upgrade Starfall as well, it's not bad. I tend to lean towards Storm Shield or Hunter Swiftness more so though. I like those. No mana involved and helps your team out that little bit more. So yeah, that's kind of what I lean towards. So there you go, guys. Bit of an insight into Tyrande. I hope you found that helpful. I will see you guys all next time. Like I said, should be more PTR footage up very shortly. And yeah, stay tuned for that. And oh yeah, plenty of cool Road to Grandmaster stuff coming out in the next couple of days as well. Got a video showing you guys how to play Dahaka. Got a video with the rank 1 Grandmaster playing against multiple pro players, including Hasawabs from Team Misfits. European pro players, of course, I should say. And yeah, I got some pretty cool games like that coming up, so stay tuned for that. And I'm looking forward as well to sitting down and playing just some more. Basically did a big recording session. I'm looking forward to getting back into ranked myself and continuing that push to Grandmaster. When I get there, always slow down a little bit making videos. We had a lot of great videos in the last couple of play sessions I thought worth bringing to you guys. But yeah, obviously things will speed up in terms of the climb as we go. So yeah, there you go, guys. I will see you all next time. Bye bye.